Friends, there are so many events that are taking place within the SDA church, of which some are great and others are questionable. Well, there is going to be this great event in August 2024, and it's going to take place in Indiana. All right, Indiana. So I want us to watch this interview about the event.
We're talking today about the Indiana conference-wide initiative called the Great Controversy Project. So welcome, Johnny. And why don't you just start by telling us what is the Great Controversy Project?
Absolutely. So glad to be here. The Great Controversy Project, as many of our church members may know, there's been a large initiative that's been initiated by the General Conference. Between 2023 and 2024, they wanted to distribute through church members billions of great controversies worldwide.
Wow.
We started in 2021 with our ministry, and once we heard about this initiative that the General Conference had, we wanted to do everything that we could to support this initiative. So this year, we have invited to partner with every single conference in this division to invite their church members to hand deliver the Great Controversy in their own communities. And out of the conferences, 23 have decided to partner with us, including the Indiana Conference.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing to see the level of interest in the conference already. We have 23 churches have already said yes and are planning for, and more to come, to do distribution on August 24th of this year. It's exciting to see how the Lord is going to be working.
So we're one of those conferences, and we're excited to be involved in it. And we're aiming for August 24th for all the churches in Indiana at the same time to go out with the Great Controversy. Now, of all the books that we could put out in communities, why the Great Controversy in particular?
You know, that's an excellent question. You know, I was a colporteur myself, and I've canvassed many different titles of books, and so I was used to having a variety in my hand when going door to door. And I would say if there was one book I would choose over the other, it would be Steps to Christ or Desire of Ages. And I remember one day studying in the testimonies and coming across many quotes about the book, The Great Controversy in particular. If it were up to me, I think we would distribute the Steps to Christ to every home and would make it just fine. The book is thin, it's easy to distribute, it uplifts Christ.
Right.
But then I read that in the Bible, first of all, it says that we need to share the three angels' messages to every nation, kindred, tribe, tongue, and people.
Right.
And then in the testimonies, there's a specific quote that tells us that the Great Controversy should be widely circulated. And she says, I am more anxious to see a wide circulation for this book than for any others that she has written. And the question is why? She says, because in this book, the last warning message to the world is given more distinctively than in any other literature. So I had to surrender my ideas and say, Lord, I will trust in you. And that's why we recommend the Great Controversy.
Right. And it is a Christ-centered book when you think
Yes.
about it, because that's the book that shows where Jesus is now and what he's doing before he comes again. And many Christians don't know that.
Absolutely.
They follow him to the cross, but that's about as far as it goes.
That's
and
right.
believe in the second coming, but there's this high priestly ministry in between that we need to be aware
That's
of.
right. Christ is the center of the three angels' messages. You cannot have the everlasting gospel without Christ.
Right. So you've been putting out the Great Controversy in many communities for quite a while now. So I'm curious, what kind of receptivity are you finding in communities to this book, The Great Controversy?
You know, that's a great question. This work bears two types of fruit: immediate fruit and long-term fruit. The very first fruit that we see is the transformation in the revival that takes place in our own church members when they go out. When they go to door and they get the divine appointments, they get the Bible study, they get the cool experiences, they become on fire. So that's the first fruit.
Yeah.
And then the long-term fruit.
And I can tell you've seen that.
Yeah, that's right. And experienced it.
Right.
And the long-term fruit are the community members. We have a little church in Tennessee. They gave up on doing outreach. For years, they tried and said nothing works. First Sabbath, they went out 29 Bible study contacts.
Amen.
They kept getting Bible study contacts as they distributed GC through the year, and they had at one point over 70 leads that they were working with. And so people are hungry. They're asking for truth. They're looking for hope, and they're trying to find something to put an anchor in because they are experiencing restlessness and anxiety in the world today.
This is so great, friends, and I agree with him 100%. There are people out there that are so hungry and searching for the truth, and we need to share the truth that God has given us with them. So, friends, I want to share with you this story from the Bible and connect it with what is being said in the video that I played right now on this channel. And this story can be found in 2 Kings chapter 7, verses 3 to 9. I think this is a familiar story. So it says, "Now there were 4 leprous men at the entrance of the gate, and they said to one another, 'Why are we sitting here until we die? If we say we will enter the gate, the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we sit here, we die also. Now therefore, come, let us surrender to the army of the Syrians. If they keep us alive, we shall live, and if they kill us, we shall only die.' And they rose at twilight to go to the camp of the Syrians. And when they had come to the outskirts of the Syrian camp, to their surprise, no one was there. For the Lord had caused the army of the Syrians to hear the noise of chariots and the noise of horses, the noise of a great army. So they said to one another, 'Look, the king of Israel has hired against us the kings of the Hittites and the kings of the Egyptians to attack us.' Therefore they arose and fled at twilight and left the camp intact, their tents, their horses, and their donkeys, and they fled for their lives. And when these lepers came to the outskirts of the camp, they went into one tent and ate and drank, and carried from it silver and gold and clothing, and went and hid them. Then they came back and entered another tent, and carried some from there also, and went and hid it." Verse 9 says, and this is very important to what I'm saying in this video now. It says, "Then they said to one another, 'We are not doing right.'" Let me repeat that. We are not doing right. This day is a day of good news, and we remain silent. If we wait until morning light, some punishment will come upon us. Now, therefore, come, let us go and tell the king's household." Friends, this is a story about the lepers and how God saved the people of Israel. But this can be connected to the message that we are to spread to the world. God has given the SDA church, like God has given us, spiritual truths. And we enjoy these truths at our camp meetings. We enjoy the Sabbath school lessons. We enjoy the sermons. We enjoy our music. We enjoy Ellen White's writings. We enjoy all the blessings, all the truths God has given to us. Meanwhile, there are others who are outside of the church, who are hungry, who are searching for the truth, who are starving to death. And we are enjoying all the spiritual truths alone. So just like the lepers, we are not doing it right. We need to go out there and share the truth that God has given to us with them. All right, so that is why the Indiana conference or the conference in Indiana has also joined in the sharing of the Great Controversy book. They want to share the truth God has given us with people. So if you are living in Indiana or if you are in the conference in August, please join and let us all share the truth about the Great Controversy with people who are hungry for the truth out there. So I decided to also share this on my channel to support the sharing of the Great Controversy book. We need to keep sharing the truth out there because people are dying, friends. People are dying. So, friends, this is all that I had to share with you today. There are more stories coming up, and please do not go anywhere. Just stay tuned for another video. Thank you for watching. My name is Lawrence, and see you next time. God bless.